think it's day 18. I went to apologize for not filming these past couple of days. I've had a lot of issues with like anxiety and panic attacks and stress. Hi everyone, welcome to Stay at Home with me. Today we're going to do some gardening. So this is our upper garden. It's one of our sunniest gardens. I'm going to plant some irises. I found you just try to dig a little hole and you hope that nothing else is there. The other thing is that these are already pretty sprouting, so I'm not going to stick them quite as deep as I would normally. So there we go. Come on, find the light. Find the light, little baby. Find the light and you will bloom. This here looks like another good spot. Oh, there's a rock. No, there's a root. It's not a rock. It's a root, but I can still get a little hole in there. And it's deep enough for the bulb. There we go. There we go. Here we go, baby. You're on your way. You're on your way. So I did a drive-by, which is where you call in what you want and then they take your payment over the phone and then they drop it on the curb for you to pick up. I know that the goal was mainly to do a flower garden because we just don't grow vegetables really well for the lack of sun, but I got some chard and I got some Brussels sprouts. So we're gonna try to see if we can get some Brussels sprouts to grow. That'll be fun. The first order of business here is to add something called perlite in. It says it improves drainage. So hopefully that'll improve drainage. It's fun to try to film yourself when you're gardening when you really don't have that great a camera set up. Next I'm going to add some potting soil. Alright, topping it off with some potting soil. Now I'm going to have to give this a real mix. I'm also going to add in some of this really stinky fertilizer. It smells like shit. It literally probably is shit. In it goes. Funny story about this fertilizer is I added it to some of my indoor trees. You guys have seen my indoor trees. And now the whole house smells like shit. I'm smart. Where's my Brussels sprouts? How do you get these little guys out? Ah, there we go. We got one out. There you go. Come on. There's two. Here's three. No, I don't know where I'm going to put the fourth one, but here we go. This is labeled. This pot is Brussels sprouts. Here's an empty pot, and it's already full of soil. So I'm going to add some of the percolite for better drainage. I'm making a mess, but it's gardening, so you're supposed to make a mess, right? Gardening is messy. So this is an old pot that still has soil in it, and it's still Yep. It's got drainage, so we're gonna put a plant in it. You know what? I'll just use my hands. I put on the worst manicure ever last night because I knew I was gonna be trashing my hands. Mix in the pot with the drainage stuff. Mix in the pot. Alright, well that looks good. Here's our last Brussels sproutling. There we go. Into your new home, Brussels sprout baby. Loss. You will make Brussels sprouts. Ta-da! I'm gonna put a dahlia in here. There we go. Hi, little dahlia. This pot's probably gonna be too wet for it, but I wonder if I can mix in some more of that percolite without disturbing my bulbs too badly. Here we go. See, this bulb is just, it's really damp. It is starting to sprout, but it's really damp. So I think I'm just gonna go through and put percolite in this whole pot and then replant the bulbs. We're just gonna take out some of the soil because the soil is so, that's a rock. The soil is so wet. We're gonna add two things. We're gonna add the stinky fertilizer and a shed load of this. Also, like, do not use this as an informational video. I do not know how to garden. What's this? That's odd. Let's throw some more of this shit in. Percolite! Our bulb back. And our other bulb back, which is over here. And we're gonna put one dahlia here. And I think we're gonna add a second dahlia. Because hopefully, because I've heard that dahlias like drainage, and hopefully this pot should now have some really awesome ways to drain. There we go. This is chard. It's rainbow chard. And I think this would be a good place to put my rainbow chard. Oh, hey, look! The roots are the same color as the leaves. So I will put a baby chard here. There we go. And we'll put another baby chard there. Hey, this is your new home, okay? I hope you like your new home. And we're gonna put come on. The orange chard will go right here. And the last chard is gonna live right here. And we've got the tag Swiss chard. So hopefully this pot will be happier and will not retain so much water and kill everything. So I have just prepped this lovely new pot with some of that drainy stuff, the percolite and the plant tone, and I'm going to put this is going to be the basil pot. I bought all of this basil. because my mom really likes to grow basil. And they sell it just like this. So it goes in the pot. I think this is something you're maybe supposed to plant later in the summer, but hopefully it won't die or anything. It looks small. Maybe it'll be big. Maybe I just gotta be patient with it. Alright, little basil, here's your home and do your new thing. So my brother says these spiky things actually are lilies in that pot there. And this one I messed up. See, I accidentally pulled out some of the lilies. But there's still one growing, and I just put in a big Easter lily, and hopefully my mom won't notice. I'm sorry, Mom. This planter had sweet basil in it, according to the labels that I found. Sweet basil. But since we already put the basil in another pot, we're just gonna put the rosemary in this one. So we'll just dig out a little rosemary home. A little rosemary home right there. And I'll probably get some more herbs in to fill out the rest of this planter the next time I do a drive-by order. But there we go. No rosemary. So we have a lot of like pots and hanging planters that honestly just need a little love. Like maybe they don't drain well and they need some of this perlite, or they need some fertilizer, but they just need a little refurbishing, and then we can put some plants in them. See, this one looks like it doesn't drain. That one, there we go. I feel kind of like everyone in my family has a green thumb, except me. My brother studies plant genetics. My father and sister are both excellent gardeners. But me, I buy marked down orchids at the supermarket and then keep them alive. I'm just gonna do the best that I can, which is probably just smashing things around. No more sad hanging baskets. And the good news is, the rest of these, the ones that I haven't destroyed, I can use them to plant seeds in. Right, let's see what I've accomplished today. We have the Brussels sprouts, the dahlia with the fritillarias on either side, our rosemary, which is eventually going to be filled in with other herbs, that lily that I stuck in so my mom hopefully won't notice that I ripped one of hers up, the oregano, our pansies, more of my mom's lilies. We have this very old, very dead pine tree. So I'm gonna dig it up and replace it with this lovely azalea. Won't that be nice? I'm just scraping around the bottom and I found out that the roots are actually really super loose. So hopefully it won't be too much of a job to get this out. So a little deeper than I expected. What happens is trees put down a taproot. What the taproot is basically a long single root that drives deep into the ground. Now this, you can see, is a potted tree. So this came out of a pot. It doesn't have a deep taproot. This is a taproot. This is the part of the tree or the dandelion or the plant that digs deep into the earth and anchors it in the soil. It should be easy to loosen up the ground and get a hole that is deep enough for my pretty little azalea. I just love azalea and rhododendrons, and you know what? The deer Don't bother them. Well, the deer do bother them. The deer are less likely to bother them. I've dug a fairly deep hole, trying to get a little more out of it, but the azalea pot fits in snugly. So let's defrock our azalea. Loosen up the root bulb a little and see if she goes in. And she does. We have so much stuff in this yard. I'm not entirely sure what my dad's flowers are and what's just junk. This is a hosta. I accidentally impaled a hosta. It looks like our azalea is pretty snugly in the ground. There we go. And now we get to do the inside fun bit. I love these little like jigsaw thingies where you put these little peat circles into these little slots. I've also done a bunch of these from outside, from where I removed plants and put them in the ground or in the pots. So we'll also have these to start seeds as well. But this is the part I really enjoy. I don't know why I like this particular type of seed starter so much. I just do. All right. Now I mixed some of that fertilizer into the water. So I'm going to pour it very gently, as I don't want my rug smelling like, well, shit. Everything smells like shit right now. Am I allowed to say that? Am I allowed to say that on public YouTube? All right. Now we leave those be for a little while, and they're gonna expand. And it's gonna be wicked. So the first thing we're gonna plant is this fiery hot pepper mix. And we're gonna put it in these ones because I like peppers. And I like eating spicy curries. So hopefully these will be my curry peppers. So I guess we put a couple in there and a couple in there. La la la, plant a little seeds, gonna have me some plants. Plant a little seeds, I'm gonna have me some plants. We also have some big sunflower seeds that are supposed to be autumn blooming sunflowers, so I'm gonna put those in here. I don't have that many, so let's make them count. So this first one is apparently 100 giant pansy seeds. So I've already labeled these 3 rows as being grown from pansies. And I don't remember what I ordered or why exactly I ordered it. And then it came late due to the COVID-19 stuff that was happening. So there we go, all done. They've got a nice space to grow and germinate, and hopefully I will have some flowers soon. So that's it. Thank you for watching today's Stay Home with me. And I hope you enjoyed my not that great attempts at gardening. But please like my video and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you tomorrow.